Hey C4, wanted to talk to you for a moment about this amazing thing we're doing in May called the C4 Church Conference. Now some of you are going, John, why in the world would I even come? I mean, I hear you speak all the time and I love our worship and I'm there like most Sundays. So that's one group of you. Then there's a whole other group of you who are brand new in the last 2 or 3 years. And then there's a whole another group of you who are key leaders across our church. So let me speak to all of you. Number one, I know a lot of you have been around for a long time. So when I start talking about spiritual disciplines or spiritual gifts or revival, you'll go, yeah, I've heard all that before. You have. It's very much of what we are as a church, but you haven't heard it like this. I was in Slovenia last summer speaking to about 400 missionaries, and Pastor Chris was with myself and a group of others, and I summarized and I condensed everything that makes C4 when it comes to these topics. And Chris came up and said, I have never, even on staff as a pastor, I have never heard you condense and articulate the philosophy and the why behind everything we're doing. And so if you've been coming to this church for years and you go, yeah, John, I know all this, I'd actually like to challenge you to come to the conference for this reason. We really want you to fully understand everything we're doing through the lens of what we're going to talk about this conference. For you who've just checked out C4 or have been with us for a year or 2 or 3 years, we would like all of you to come because this will help you understand the church you've chosen to join or the church you're checking out for the first time. You'll have a real sense of why C4 is the same like all sorts of other churches and also really different. And then for all of you who are leaders, so key leaders, key volunteers across the church, and by the way, thank you for everything you do in our church. We could never do church without you. You are just a profoundly generous community. But for you who are key volunteers and leaders, we want you all to come because we want every single leader to know the why behind the what in our church, to understand the philosophy of ministry, the theology, that yes, we believe in spiritual gifts and spiritual disciplines and spiritual experiences, but they're all found in Jesus as our model. And that's the critical thing. We want you to be able to understand that completely so you can, as we grow more and more, share this amazing truth with others that join our church, and also that we make sure we're all on the same page as we keep going to more sites as we become this amazing multi-site church. And so we're encouraging the whole church, brand new people, long-term people, key volunteers, to make this a priority, to come, to celebrate what God is doing, to understand it better or for the first time, and be really excited. Last thing is we're going to be hosting hundreds of leaders, church leaders, pastors, elders, nonprofit leaders from across the country, and they're going to come and sit with us. And so another way you can get involved is volunteering. We would love to put our best foot forward and show other pastors and leaders hospitality, to love them, and to let them experience an amazing thing here, because we've experienced renewal here since 2011, and we know that what we're experiencing isn't unique to C4, it's for every church of every size, and we would love many of you to volunteer so they can be served, that is other church leaders, and they can go back and experience renewal and also be refreshed. So we are formally inviting you, and stronger than that, I'm really asking you to come to this, to make this a priority. And I know what church land is like because I grew up in it for years. We go, yeah, that's sort of interesting. I'll do that a little bit later. I'll sign up 3 days before. No, we're asking the whole church to rally around this and make this a real priority with your time, your money, your service, and your excitement. So we really hope to see you. God bless you, and thank you for all you're doing. And we're really excited for what God's going to do next here at C4, in all of our sites, and across this new thing called the C4 Church Conference. Have a great day.